Welcome to Average J's Movies and TV, the place where you can find all you want to know about movies and television. Today, we take a look back at the third entry in the Creed franchise. After the success of Creed and Creed 2, a third film was inevitable. Get ready for round 3, as we take a look at 10 fascinating facts about Creed 3. Number 1. Michael B. Jordan directing. In keeping with the tradition of the previous Rocky Balboa franchise, the star of Creed made the move behind the camera. After the success of the first Rocky film in 1976, Sylvester Stallone took over the director's chair for Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and Rocky 4. He would also be at the helm for the sixth film, Rocky Balboa. Michael B. Jordan decided to take the reins of the Creed franchise in his own hands as he made his directorial debut with this film. Jordan said he was inspired to direct from his friend and collaborator Ryan Coogler. When discussing directing the film, Jordan stated, "Nobody knew Adonis more than me, and I had a clear point of view and perspective that I wanted Adonis and the Creed family to have in this movie." Jordan would also state after that he loved the process and would love to direct again. Number 2. No more Rocky Balboa. Creed 3 is the first movie in the Rocky Creed franchise that did not feature Rocky Balboa. The decision was made to not bring back Sylvester Stallone in the role he's made famous. Stallone played Rocky Balboa in the 8 prior films in the franchise. Rocky's character had closure in the previous Creed film. The last words that Rocky says to Adonis Creed is, "It's your time now," and Rocky's last scene shows him visiting his son and reconciling with him after many years apart. With Stallone not returning, there will be no characters in the franchise that appeared in every film in the series. Number 3. Casting Dame. One of the most important decisions in a film is the casting of the antagonist to go against our hero. After the stellar Creed 2, in which Victor Drago went up against Adonis, the studio and casting directors searched far and wide for an actor to play Diamond Dame Anderson in the third film. The producers landed on Jonathan Majors, who had received critical acclaim for The Last Black Man in San Francisco and HBO's Lovecraft Country. He would also appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Kang. The studio made a fantastic choice as Majors brought depth and heart to the role of Dame. Majors brought the necessary physicality to the role as well, training with Michael B. Jordan, and even working with Jordan's trainer, Corey Calliate. Number 4. Clubber Lang Jr. In the Rocky franchise, Mr. T playing the vicious and merciless Clubber Lang in the third Rocky movie. Rocky would lose to Clubber Lang in their first encounter, and then complete the comeback of a lifetime and defeat Lang in the final fight, regaining his heavyweight championship. With the return of Ivan Drago in Creed 2, the studio was clearly open to bringing back more characters from the Rocky franchise. Deontay Wilder, a real-life boxer, campaigned to get a role in Creed 3 as the son of Clubber Lang. Michael B. Jordan even said, "It's a cool idea," when discussing the possibility of Wilder joining the film. Wilder has expressed a passion for acting. In the end, the decision was made to not have the son of Clubber Lang in Creed 3 and to go with a more personal story for Adonis. Number 5. Anime inspiration. Creed 3 is Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, and he was looking to infuse one of his passions into his first motion picture. Jordan is an enormous fan of various anime, specifically Dragon Ball Z, was an inspiration for his fight sequence versus Dame. When discussing the fight in the film, Jordan would go on to say, "I take pride in this movie being a quadrilingual film in the sense of, there's English, there's Spanish, you have ASL, and then you have fighting, which is our fourth language in this movie. And in that fight, at a time I was going to treat the punches as dialogue. We had subtitles at one point at the bottom of the screen, and we went back and forth of if that was going to be too distracting for the audience to read. We were like, maybe not that, but the essence and the spirit of that is this Greek play in a way. You have this performance art that's going on, and it's just raw emotion." Number 6. Like father, like son. The head trainer of the Delphi Gym in the Creed franchise is Tony Little Duke Evers. The character is played by Wood Harris, who was a cast member of the HBO series The Wire, which also featured a young Michael B. Jordan. Harris plays the son of the legendary trainer Duke from the Rocky franchise, who trained Apollo Creed in Rocky 1 and Rocky 2, then would train the Italian Stallion himself in Rocky 3 and Rocky 4. Duke would also return for Rocky's final fight against Mason the Lion Dixon in Rocky Balboa. When Adonis begins training for his fight with Dame, after being retired for 3 years, Little Duke gives Donnie a rundown of all of the various injuries that he sustained over the years. This is a nod to his father, who gave the same rundown to the Italian Stallion, when Rocky was attempting his comeback after being out of the ring for so many years in the film Rocky Balboa. Number 7. Personal growth. Sylvester Stallone used many of his real-life elements when making the Rocky films. Michael B. Jordan looks to continue the mantle when making this third Creed film, which is the first film that he has directed. Jordan said this film pushed him beyond his personal limits, the challenge of doing everything involved with making this movie. He said he felt himself growing in the role, growing in the sense of shedding his old self. Jordan also looked to develop the relationship between Adonis and his daughter. He would cite the relationship between Kobe Bryant and his daughter as inspiration for how Adonis and Amara would grow together. Number 8. The Stallone-Winkler feud. As noted in our number 2 fascinating fact, this film is the first in the franchise history to not feature Rocky Balboa. While the Italian stallion is mentioned briefly, he does not appear in the film. Part of the reason is the character story arc was wrapped up on Creed 2. Another reason is the feud between Sylvester Stallone and Winkler, the producer on both the Rocky movies and the Creed movies. The friction stems from ownership over the Rocky Balboa characters. Sylvester Stallone created Rocky in the 1970s and signed on to play the titular role. However, the ownership of the character and everything related sat with the studio and Winkler. Stallone told Variety that he has zero ownership of Rocky. Stallone would go on to say, "It was a deal that was done unbeknownst to me by people that I thought were close to me, and they basically gave away whatever rights I would have had. At the time, I was so excited to be working and I didn't understand this as a business. Who knew Rocky would go on for another 45 years? The people who have done literally nothing control it." As of the posting of this video, Stallone and Winkler are still at odds and have not settled their differences, to our knowledge. Number 9. Another financial hit. The third film in the Creed franchise continued the tradition of box office success that began with the first 2 movies. Creed 3 grossed approximately $275 million worldwide. In the United States, the film brought in around $122 million. This strong performance not only surpassed the earnings of the previous 2 Creed movies, but also set several box office records for a sports drama film. Number 10. Creed 4. With Creed 3 being another huge achievement, a 4th film is currently in development. While there are no story details to date, the film will be bringing back Michael B. Jordan, both as the star of the film and the director. Tessa Thompson is reportedly set to reprise her role of Bianca as well. With Jordan's stellar direction in the 3rd film, look for the 4th to continue on Donnie's personal journey and growth in the 4th film. Thank you for joining us. Please share this video, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on notifications to find out more fascinating facts about the world of movies and television. What was your favorite part of Creed 3? Let us know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, check out 10 fascinating facts about the first 2 Creed movies. I put links in the video description below and links at the end of this video. If you have a movie or TV show that you are interested in learning more about, please leave it in the comments section below. Thank you all and be safe.